Ladies and gentlemen, next up, scheduled for 6 rounds of Super Bantamweight action. Calling first to the ring from the blue corner, Thant.
Moonlight glows, the rhythm starts, dancing close with beating hearts. High above, the stars align in this groove, space and time. Bangkok nightlife, feel the sound. Up so high, we're skybound. Energy, it's in the air. Space plus love, we're everywhere.
And his opponent, entering the ring from the red corner, Siam.
Under neon lights, the crowd moves fast. Heartbeats synchronized. It's a blast.
Introducing to you first, finding out the blue corner, wearing black trunks with silver trim. Official weight, 56 kilograms, with a professional boxing record of 3 victories and no losses. Representing Myanmar, Thant.
Shake it off till the morning show.
And his opponent finding out the red corner, wearing white trunks with purple trim. Official weight, 54 kilograms, with a professional boxing record of 4 victories and no losses. Representing Pakistan, Samir Khan.
Feel the rise as the sound ascends. We're together, friends till the end.
And your referee in charge of the action once it begins, Arusha Samantong-U, and the 3 judges scoring ringside, Carlos Costa, Chris Sanyadet, and Pakapon Songmani.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we move on to fight number 10 in the Super Bantamweight division, contested over 6 3-minute rounds. In the red corner, we've got Samir Khan from Pakistan, who's undefeated as a professional, 4 fights on his record, 4 victories, no defeats. Taking on Thant from Myanmar, who's also undefeated as a professional, 3 victories on his record, no defeats.
I'm excited for this one, Ali. I mean, when I saw these two lining up, Samir Khan we've seen very often. I mean, very slick, very crafty. Likes a little bit of showboating as well, Ali, so he's very entertaining. But his opponent in front of him right now is no easy fighter. He's got a very tough cookie, Thant in front of him.
Yeah, 2 southpaws fighting each other, something we don't typically see in Western boxing, Jimmy, especially the fights that we commentate on. Or what are you looking to see from 2 southpaws squaring off against each other?
Yeah, I think we're always blessed when we get 2 southpaws, because like I said, it's very uncommon. I mean, the battle of the southpaws, I mean, it's very much like seeing 2 orthodoxes just from an opposite angle. But Samir Khan, to me, is a very slick southpaw, and that's the difference. A slick orthodox is a very good fighter, but a slick southpaw is usually better than a slick orthodox.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, sometimes it's just how normally you get a lot of fighters that are orthodox fighters. Time off here by the referee. Not too sure what's going on here at the moment.
I think there's a shoelace untied, that's all. But back into action. Good recognition by the referee to kind of just stop things there. Fighter's safety always paramount as well. But a very fast start for both of these fighters, Ali. I mean, Thant, to me, has got to just start putting the pressure and smothering Samir.
Good uppercut there by Samir. Thant. Definitely gave it back, though, when they started exchanging punches before the shoelace untied. Right hook there by Samir. A good 1-2 there by Samir as well. Looking like he's finally finding a rhythm in the first round.
And this, to me, is where Thant has got to really think about this. You've got to sometimes throw out the window. I'm not going to outbox my opponent, but I'm going to outwork my opponent. To me, Thant has got to do exactly that. Don't try and be out slick. Just smother your opponent and give him no thinking room.
Yeah, don't dance to his tune. You've got to try and just rattle that cage as much as you possibly can. Staying a little bit too far out of range here. Thant needs to try and go forward just like that. Use that left hand, swing and a miss with the right hook though. Samir is a step ahead at the moment, Jimmy.
Yeah, and like I said, Samir Khan, very, very slick, smooth like butter. I mean, just likes to step his range. Beautiful counter punches there, absolutely crisp. Right on the button, Ali.
Good 1-2, and then right uppercut by Samir. Left hand as well from the Pakistani fighter. Right hand fired back from Thant.
He got that right hand through, and that's exactly where he needs to be, but he needs to throw more with that, Ali. He can't rely on single punch combinations unless you've got that thunderous knockout power, as we've mentioned before.
Swing and a miss there by Thant. Looks like he got caught up in the guard of Samir. Good right hook there by Samir as well. And right uppercut on the left hand too. Samir really finding a good, aggressive and dangerous flow here into the first round. So let his punches go early on, Jimmy.
And it's just letting things flow, Ali, exactly as you just mentioned. It's just letting your hands go. But to me, Samir Khan is just controlling that range. Notice how he's got a very wide stance. So what he gives up in power, he makes up for in movement and accuracy.
And there goes Bell to end the first round. We'll take it to the replays before we go into round number 2. It was a very contested round to start off with, and then as soon as Samir got his shoelace tied up, he started to take over.
Yeah, maybe that was why he wasn't so slick, because his shoe was a little bit too loose. But here we see it once again. Samir Khan just finding the target, landing the shots, and then getting himself out of dodge. And there was that one shot that Thant actually landed that was very, very nice. Landed up top, jumping hook upstairs. But to me, too far and too little in between.
Feel the pain, yet no one's near. Eyes locked, rage ferocious fire. Inspired only by desire. Champions rise, bloodied and torn. In the fight club, we're about born. Broken bones and shattered pride.
Okay, we move on into round number 2. Samir Khan in the red corner and Thant in the blue corner. It is Pakistan taking on Myanmar. Great, good jab from Samir Khan to start off the second round. And again, just lancing with that jab, going straight through the guard to Thant.
Great combinations there, very risky combination. I mean, to me, if you're Thant and you're getting hit by those types of shots, you've got to start questioning what you're doing inside that round and inside that ring. You can't just charge at someone who is slick like Samir Khan. You've got to start setting up some of these flurries, because right now Samir Khan is just having target practice at this point.
Yeah, he is. Lands again with that left hand. Thant really needs to try and get on the inside though. Samir is so good at controlling the fight at long range and at the mid range too, Jimmy.
And that's where I think Thant actually had a good moment there. He started to close the gap. He started to do something exactly the way that he needed to do it. And that's exactly what he needed. And that's the main thing here. Samir Khan controlling the distance. Thant taking the gambles that he needs to take.
Again there, good jab from Samir Khan. But when you're fighting a fight like Samir Khan, Jimmy, what do you need to do to sort of get back into this fight? What advice would you give Thant?
You've got to get yourself nice and low. You've got to start dipping left and right, and you've got to step on the personal space and release your inner Roberto Duran. You've got to put your head to the chest, start attacking that body, start attacking the elbows. I mean, he's trying to fight Samir Khan at range, and he's not having a good time at it.
Just a reset here, readjustment by Samir Khan. Right hand fired as well, good jab and a checked right hook. Followed on with the left uppercut and the right hook as well. Good jab still. Samir Khan in the driving seat here. It's one-way traffic so far in round number 2.
I mean, you can see the welts on the left-hand side of Thant's face as well. These jabs and these sweeping left hands being landed by Samir Khan are definitely getting through. There's only so many more of these that you can take where eventually your body just starts to give up.
Jab there again by Samir Khan. Swing and a miss by Thant. It's just been target practice in this second round for Samir Khan. Sultan Zin just struggling to get into short range. I mean, Samir Khan's got the height advantage over Sultan Zin, and he pops off another left hand.
And you can see Samir Khan's looking for those different counter punches now. He's already started to land it. And like we said at the start of the fight, Ali, he's got a very difficult, tough fighter in front of him as well. He's not a fighter that's going down to any big single shots. He's going to be worn down over time, and that's what we're seeing right now. But this is where Samir Khan really needs to come alive and put on the combinations.
Good uppercut there from Samir Khan, and there goes the bells. End the second round. We get the replays for you very shortly before we go into round number 3. An impressive round again from Samir Khan, who pretty much just went through the gears gradually in that second round. Was able to pick off Sultan Zin continuously with some sharp, well-timed and precise punches. Landing his power punches very successfully, especially the right hook and the uppercut, but also controlling the pace of the fight very well, attacking when he needed to attack.
Exactly, great breakdown there, Ali. I mean, it's timing that attack, and we always talk about timing beating speed and power, but it's not just about, you know, timing of a single punch as well. It's almost the timing of the fight, choosing when you're going to actually attack your opponent at the start, at the end, in the middle. You've got to start thinking, when is the best exertion of my energy worth it?
Yeah, it's all about, let's say a lot in Muay Thai, you know, managing your engine, trying to make sure that you last the whole of the fight, even if it doesn't, you know, most of the time fights don't end in the first or second round by knockout. You've got to go through the whole grueling pace of the distance of the whole fight that you agreed to, whether it's 4 rounds, 6 rounds, 8 rounds, or 12.
And we can already see right now, Samir Khan still looks very fresh off his stool. Sultan Zin has been taking so much punishment in between these fights, where right now, to me, Ali, he's just not thinking about what he's doing. He's not planting his feet. He's not even trying to set up that left hand. He's just jumping in and hoping it works. And when you're against a slick fighter like Samir Khan, he's not going to allow you to land those big, heavy shots.
It just seems like this is a fighter that Sultan Zin has never fought before. He's probably used to having toe-to-toe wars. I mean, Burmese fighters are just known for, you know, having great hearts and, you know, putting on great wars in all fight sports. Good left hand there by Samir Khan as he goes in with the right uppercut.
And that's the one thing you can't teach, Ali, is the heart of some of these fighters, and he's definitely got a tough heart. Sultan Zin staying in this fight, and this is where Samir Khan starts to get a little bit cocky, starts to get a little bit slick, but that's his style, that's what he likes to do.
Almost looking like Prince Naseem Hamid in there with some of this flashy taunting and the punches to back it up as well.
Yeah, southpaw classic, nice, slick, nice and cool. Samir Khan putting on a great display of boxing right now, but like I said before, Ali, you get to a point where if you're beating your fighter, why are you not putting him down to the canvas at the same time?
Bit of frustration here from the blue corner in Sultan Zin. Feint from Samir Khan, who can really get the job finished in this round if he chose to. His corner urging him to move on and just finish the fight.
And I think that's where he needs to be. He needs to push the fight, start turning that tempo up. At this point, you get to a point where you're saying, I'm now beating my opponent with every jab, with every exchange. Now I need to step it up a level and start beating him at my own game. So to me, Samir Khan has now got to prove to himself, has he got the power or has he got the speed to potentially stop his opponent?
Well, it's like what you said, Jimmy, you're not just fighting to prove yourself to the fans, you're proving yourself to your coaches, your management, also the sponsors that are supporting you on your journey. So you've got to show that you can finish fights, because that's what people pay to see.
Absolutely. I mean, people like to see some of the fights that go a long distance between two fighters with a very similar skill set. But something like this, you've got to be questioning, can this man put him down to the canvas as well? But then again, that's a testament in it to Sultan Zin, is he's very tough.
You say all the time, Jimmy, sometimes it's best just to go to the body. We've seen a lot of headshots being landed crisply by Samir Khan, but maybe he wants to start targeting the body of Sultan Zin. Good two-punch combination there by Samir Khan as he leads him with the jab. Loving the footwork from Samir Khan too, in and out of the action. Well, that's the end of round 3. We'll get the replays coming up for you very shortly.
I mean, Sultan Zin there had a nice shot right at the end of that round, Ali, where he landed a nice left hand right down the middle. But you see Samir Khan putting his hands nice and low at this point, starting to just play with his opponent, trying to find those counters, but when he puts his hand down low, when he's against an opponent like this, who's willing to just go forward and almost walk through your punches as well, you can't really take these gambles. I think Arna's also got to just be a little bit more sensible here. High guard, strong 1-2s down the middle, and when he sees an opening, just put that pressure on.
Yeah, you can see the corner of Thant in, urging him to come forward and start letting his hands go. I couldn't agree more, Jimmy. This is the 4th round. This is just over the halfway point. We are set for 6 rounds in total. Really like to see Samir Khan target the body of Thant in. We've seen so many headshots from Samir Khan. We know he's a precise puncher, but let's see if he can start exposing the body of Thant in.
I mean, ironically, if you can expose the head, the body should be available to you, but the problem with going to the body is you expose yourself to being countered. So Samir's now got to believe in his speed as well. Can he go to the body without being countered by Thant in?
He's very in and out though, Samir Khan. He knows when to sort of take a quick step back slip there by Samir Khan.
Back in central ring for these fighters. I mean, Samir Khan just had a little bit of footing there, but again, Thant in, Ali, just looks like he's not going to go down easily at all. So Samir Khan's got to start putting that pressure up, start to almost shoe shine your opponent where you just start throwing punches and bunches.
Jab there by Samir Khan. I feel like Samir Khan doesn't want to take too much of a risk as well, Jimmy. Trying to make sure that he, attacks at precisely the right time. Not going to take a risk to get in there and just ruffle up and pop some more shots off. I think he's just too wary of the counter shots.
I mean, it's the beauty of boxing, right? The sweet science, hit them without getting hit, but then you also get to a point where you're no longer entertaining the crowd if you're only trying to do something like this as well. So it kind of goes both ways. The beauty of boxing is hitting and not getting hit, but at the same time, you've got to prove that you can stop opponents as well.
Yeah, right now just not seeing it too much from Samir Khan. But Thant in there, looks corner urging him to come forward, wanting more urgency, wanting him to come forward more. Referee warning him to keep Samir Khan to keep his head up.
I mean, when you get to round 4 and you've not won any round, but Thant in, Ali, is starting to land some shots. He's starting to hit his opponent with some punches where, Samir Khan shouldn't be allowing him to hit him with any of these shots.
Slip there, or just ducking down. Level change from Thant in. Left hand, good right hook from Thant in. His corner comes alive, saying just keep a tight guard and come forward. Trying to land the uppercut, but gets caught straight away by Samir Khan with a counter punch.
And notice how Samir Khan is starting to just stay a little bit more flat-footed now. He started off very slick. Beautiful left hand there, Ali.
And there goes the first knockdown of the fight. Thant in got caught straight away. But he's up though, made the count. Still got some time left in the round. Big right hook there from Samir Khan. Samir Khan, can he go in for the kill here? Good right hand there by Samir Khan. Right uppercut too. Thant in showing an absolute granite chin.
Granite chin and heart of a lion. Did not go down to those final exchanges. Never once gave up and started firing back in the heat of the moment, Ali.
Yeah, didn't want to go down without a fight, and he definitely didn't. There's a right hook there on the replay from Thant in. Left hand from Samir Khan. That was a very heated round full of, very key exchanges. There's that left hand that completely sat down Thant in as soon as he was unloading with that left uppercut. Samir just timed it perfectly. They were dropping to the canvas. So there you go. It goes to show Samir Khan can get knockdowns here, but let's see if he can finish as we head into the penultimate round of the 5th round. We are set for 6 if it goes that far.
I mean,
Thant in is definitely incredibly tough, Jimmy.
Yeah, I mean, towards the end of that round, where you think he's about to finish the fight, and then he starts throwing shots right back. I mean, what an absolute testament to this man's courage and his heart to stay in there. But credit to Samir Khan, still absolutely dominating this fight.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Left hand there by Thant in. who's got to take big risks right now to get back into this fight. Needs a knockdown or a knockout. Not sure if he's going to get it, but we've seen it all here in boxing, Jimmy.
He needs both, Ali. He needs both. He's losing every round, and it's already been a 10-8 round in the previous one. He only wins by knockout. On my unofficial scorecard, of course.
Good punch there by Sultan Sin.
Yeah, that overhand into the corkscrew, beautiful combination. Samir is now just starting to have fun with it as well, but again, hasn't found really a way to stop Sultan Sin coming forward.
Good left hand and right uppercut there by Samir. Again, I still want to see Samir go to the body more. I feel like he could cause a lot more damage if he started to let his punches go to the body.
And that's where you need to be, and that is usually, you know, the idea of your corner where you need to be. Your corner needs to believe in you, and you also need to believe in your corner, but you've got to be listening to him as well. He should be going to the body at this point. It should be that jab to the body and then the overhand left upstairs, Ali.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Measures him here, lands with the left hand. Swing and a miss by Sultan Sin. Sultan Sin with the reset as he gets into center ring.
And to me, Sultan Zin's just doing everything just enough to keep him in this fight to an extent where he's almost landing some heavy shots upstairs, and Samir Khan doesn't really have an idea of how to stop this man in his tracks.
Bit of a stalemate between these two. Feint there by Samir Khan, lands with the jab. So you can hear Samir's corner asking him to, just shouting at him to land the left.
And that's all he can do, Ali, but he's got to set it up. You've got to put a bit of smoke screens up there. Jab to the body, go upstairs, jump with the hook, but he's got to do something a little bit different, because to me, Samir Khan, all he has to do right now is protect his points, but he eats a left hand from Sultan Zin.
Good right hand there by Sultan Zin. Needs to take more of these risks, so put more punches behind his first punch. I mean, even if he misses with the first punch, Jimmy's still got to keep the tempo up, keep the aggression going.
And alternatively, if he's landed a shot, he needs to start firing. That means he's in range of his opponent. He knows Samir is trying to set up that left hand, which everybody from everywhere saw that punch coming. Sultan Zin, though, just doesn't care what you hit him with. Very esque of Rocky Balboa, just keeps coming forward, not intimidated by anything.
And that's the bell then, the fifth round. We were going to the replays for round number 5, and then we were heading to our final round, round 6.
I mean, to me, that was a good round for both fighters. I mean, you've just got to give it to Samir Khan. He's now going into the 6th and final round. He's still looking slick. He's still dodging punches. He's still staying very smart and cool in there. But at the same time, Ali, he has been hit by jumping hooks. He has been hit by big shots. But as we said before, if you're not planting your feet, these shots are not landing as hard as you think they are.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Saying time and time again, it's going to sound like a broken record, but you've got to give credit to the heart, the granite chin of Sultan Zin. Really representing Myanmar. I mean, Burmese fighters just don't go down very easily. Sultan Zin has demonstrated that in this matchup. Here we go, 6th and final round coming up. You've got Samir Khan representing Pakistan in the red corner, and Sultan Zin representing Myanmar in the blue. It's the first time we've got to the final round so far this afternoon, Jimmy.
And also, he's got nothing to lose at this point, in my view. He's got to go for it. I mean, nobody wants to get stopped, but these are the movements he needs to take. He just needs to go forward and still try and do something disastrous to upset Samir Khan.
Jab there by Samir Khan. Samir Khan just waiting a little bit too long on the back foot for the counter punches, but Sultan Zin's doing the exact same thing, Jimmy.
Well, Samir Khan doesn't need to do anything right now. He can stay on that back foot, just dance his way around, punch and grab, just do everything he wants to do. He doesn't need to do anything slick or fancy. I mean, unofficially, I've got him winning every round, but you just never know, obviously. So Samir Khan, to me, could just take some time off here if he needs to.
Good left hand there by Samir Khan.
Every time you nearly count out Sultan Zin, he finds a way to bring you back in. And that's the interesting thing with boxing. Sultan Zin is getting beaten every round, but you're almost supporting him in every exchange because he's got the heart of a lion. He's got something that you can't teach anyone. He's got heart, he's got grit.
Yeah, everyone loves an underdog. And Sultan Zin has definitely shown that he's got some fight left in him. Landing with the right hook very well. It's been a great go-to shot for him in this round.
I mean, we have seen boxers lose every round and win it in the final round before. Obviously, famously, Carl Froch did exactly that. Wins it in the final 30 seconds of the fight. I don't see that happening in this fight, but we've got 1 minute 30 to be proven wrong.
Yeah, halfway stage here for these two in the final round. Good left hand, landed by Samir Khan.
I mean, Samir Khan's got to be very comfortable with himself. He's got less than a minute to go to try and just secure this victory. But at the same time, Ali, I think he might be looking at this fight of what could I have done differently to actually stop this fight.
Referee warning them to keep their heads up. As we enter the final minute of the 6th round. Good right hook there by Samir Khan. Yeah, you see Samir again just trying to step back and land the counter punch. But Sultan Zin beat him to it.
I mean, like we said, we like the underdog stories, but I've got to give credit to Samir Khan here. He has boxed beautifully. He's done well in every round. He's landed the good combinations. He's landed the clean combinations. So good boxing should always win.
Final 10 seconds of the 6th and final round. Sultan Zin with one last flurry. And good left hand lands there on the bell by Samir Khan. That is the end of the round. That is the end of the fight. So we're going to the judges' scorecards for this one. First time we've gone to the judges' scorecards this afternoon. But what a boxing clinic demonstrated by Samir Khan, who was punching perfectly throughout that fight. All 6 rounds scoring the knockdown early on in round number 4. Same, very crafty, calculated on the back foot, waiting patiently for Sultan Zin. But you've got to give it to Sultan Zin, ladies and gentlemen, demonstrating a heart of a lion. Something Jimmy said, and he's right, you can't teach it at all. And we'll take it off to Philip Player and hear them for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, Judge Carlos Costa scores it 53-60. Judge Chris Sanyadet scores it 53-60. And the last judge, Judge Pakapon Songmani, scores it 55-58. Your winner, by way of unanimous decision, Samir Khan!